You're not a real taxi. Can you tell us who you're with?
I am a taxi. That's what it's going to say. I am a taxi.
But you don't have a license plate.
I have a license. Oh, I'm not
Show your license plate. There's no license plate.
Scams happen every day to a lot of people. But let's face it, not many people think about scams being a part of something so common as hailing a taxi. But it's those common things you ignore that can sometimes turn you into a victim. What you just saw was a man posing as a taxi driver, giving rides to people just like you and me. But this guy is not a licensed operator. So when Boyd Norris came to Atlanta, this so-called cab driver took him for much more than just a ride.
My Uber app was not working, so I stayed at Days Inn and I went up to the desk and asked the lady if she could get me a taxi, and she said yes. So the taxi driver told me he'd be there in 2 minutes. He pulled up with the taxi sign on top of his car, took me to my destination, and then charged me $70, which I thought was outrageous.
$70.
$70.
To make matters worse, the taxi didn't have a meter, and the driver wouldn't give Boyd a receipt.
So I got out, went to the back to take a picture, and there was no plate on the back. So I went around to the front to take a picture, and there was no plate on the front. And I did take a
license plate.
No license plate at all.
And no license to operate a cab. This is a gypsy cab, also known as pirate taxis. It's a term given to vehicles for hire not legally permitted to operate in the district they're driving. This one was getting jobs from the hotel desk clerk.
I think the hotel owner or the hotel operator is getting a kickback from the taxi service.
How do you feel about that happening to you here in Atlanta?
Being ripped off.
We went undercover to test Boyd's theory.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, how are you? I'm having a hard time getting my Uber to come here. Can you call a cab for me? Downtown.
Sure enough, 8 minutes later, the same fake taxi that took Boyd pulled in to take us for a ride.
Are you a cab for this? How much is it going to cost for me to go to downtown?
We're in downtown.
Excuse me?
We're in downtown.
Down by the Capitol.
It's going to be $30 if you pay with cash. If you pay card, it's $32.50.
Okay.
$30 cash.
$20 cash?
30.
$30 cash.
If you pay credit card, $32.50.
Do you have a license? Like a taxi license?
Of course we have it. If we don't have it, why would you operate?
Okay, could I see it? Could I see
But
your
do you want a taxi or not? If I'm not, I won't come here.
It was time to call this taxi driver out.
You're not a real taxi. Can you tell us who you're with?
I am a taxi. That's what it's going to say. I am a taxi.
But you don't have a license plate.
I have a license. Oh, I'm not
Show your license plate. There's no license plate.
And while our fake cabbie could run, he couldn't hide. This home in Douglasville is where Consulate Limousine and Taxi Service claims to be headquartered. And even though they're operating without a state or a local license, they appear to be operating without anyone doing anything about it.